we were fortunate in that Greavette only built 5 or 6 of these. We were fortunate to find not just an original engine, but an original engine that had come out of one of the other 4 or 5 of
Wow. Hi folks, I'm Nate for Two Guys and a Ride. Today I'm out at the Discover Boating Minneapolis Boat Show here with my good friend Dave Bartner. Dave, thanks for being with us.
Absolutely. Pleasure to be with you.
Dave has a business called Freedom Boat Service that restores classic boats.
Yes.
And if this is the guy to go to if you need something done. This is, bar none, the most knowledgeable guy in classic boats. So that's Dave. And we're also here, the booth we're at is actually the Land O'Lakes
Classic Boat Club.
Okay. And there's about 8,000 square feet of classic boats displayed. Mm-hmm. Oh, beautiful, beautiful display. Dave brought 3 boats of his own. And so we're going to talk about this one here.
Yes.
So what is this? It's a beautiful boat behind us. What is it?
This is a 1935 23-foot Greavette, which was built in Canada. And the Canadian boats are unique and desirable and very collectible. And they share some characteristics that are similar. One of which is that they tend to be darker in color. Another of which is that the hardware was all cast specifically for them, to their designs, and it's extremely ornate, and this boat particularly is very streamlined and gorgeous hardware. I think it's a testament to long Canadian winters that they had plenty of time to whittle their patterns out of chunks of wood over the winter. This windshield folds, and the navigation lights are...
Yeah, that was a neat feature right there.
And, you know, each piece of trim has little special details to it that are really fetching, I think.
Instead of just a plain surface.
Yes. The interesting thing to me to this project, or the part of it that we were most involved with, is the engine.
Okay.
So when our customer originally had this boat restored, they put a non-original Chrysler 318 V8 in the boat. And in our boat geek world, if you show a boat with a non-original engine, you're automatically marked down 10 points. So it's very hard to win any awards at a show, if it's at all competitive, without an original engine.
So he came to you.
The owner said, hey, what would be the chances of finding an original engine and redoing that and putting that in and taking the Chrysler V8 out? So we were fortunate in that Greavette only built 5 or 6 of these. We were fortunate to find not just an original engine, but an original engine that had come out of one of the other 4 or 5 of
Wow.
So it's a
chances of that?
Gray Marine 225 flathead 6-cylinder, highly tuned kind of a race version of the engine. And it was super challenging because, unlike Chris Craft engines, very few of these parts exist. So we had to invent and have made a number of parts for this.
Okay.
It also takes us back to older technology, including babbited bearings, which are, in essence, the bearing material is melted and poured into place and then machined, as opposed to what we call insert bearings, the more modern way of doing it, that just are pre-molded shells that drop right in. So it's a much more involved process that very few people still do. So it's always a challenge.
You know, when you put it that way, we know from what you shared that even when boats were built, classic boats, there was a sort of assembly line, but not like you think of car assembly line. And so
Exactly.
you could put two boats, same model, same year, and they would be different widths, different lengths. The hardware would be different.
Yeah.
So you're having to manufacture some parts to replace. It's probably right along the lines of hand building classic boats.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you stay true to the form.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, let's talk about a few of the features on the front end here. All right, you know it's got a nice curved surface, but you've also got you got your rope guides,
Yes.
and then the tie off in the middle.
Yes.
Well, we looked at another boat where this side piece was one solid piece of wood.
Yes.
Was this the same way?
Well, this is one piece of wood from this seam here forward, but it's different than the other boat in that it isn't super thick. So this is a plank
Really?
that's less than an inch thick
Wow.
to start with, as opposed to the other boat we talked about being very thick
Right.
with more curve to it.
Right. Unreal. Okay. And then you got your buoy tie-offs on the side here. So let's walk back and talk about the driver's compartment. All right. Well, you know, first of all, it's just the whole look is exquisite, right?
Yes.
Just I love that trim all the way around the compartments,
Yes.
front and rear. Very simple gauges.
Yes, they are.
Both with a lot more gauges than that. But you had your basics, right? And some of them are double. Like the one on the far right is a double gauge,
Right.
inside one glass. Okay, I'm assuming the silver rod coming up from the floor is your neutral, reverse, and drive.
That is correct.
Where's your throttle?
The throttle is over on the port side of the boat.
Oh, it almost looks like a window crane.
It kind of looks like a window crank,
Oh,
but it's a throttle with a crystal
Okay, there's a cut piece on there.
piece on the end of it, kind of elegant.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely. No storage up front, right?
correct.
Okay, but you got dual cubby holes. Okay, and you would have had room easily for three.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's come back to the passenger compartment right here. All right, same beautiful craftsmanship, of course. You've got your dual cubby holes. You got dual storage cabinets underneath.
Correct.
Leather seats.
Leather seat.
Okay, the graded floor.
A typical Canadian feature.
Okay,
Yes. So they built their floors out of grated mahogany
why graded instead of solid?
for moisture.
Water, moist. Oh, to vent not only just
Yeah.
water.
So the quote unquote Canadian boats were mostly built and lived in the Muskoka Lakes region,
area.
which is about 2 hours northwest of Toronto.
Okay.
And still to this day, there are over the water boathouses on the Muskoka Lakes chain
Okay.
where these boats are kept. And so if a boat is sitting in the water in a boathouse, kind of sort of covered up in a boathouse
Right.
with a garage door down, a little higher level of humidity. So the graded floors allowed the boats to breathe a little bit
Interesting.
more.
Interesting. Okay. Wow, beautiful, just beautiful craftsmanship. This the looks on it. You did have a mother-in-law compartment.
Yes, the third cockpit, and the really cool part about this aft cockpit is that it's a rumble seat configuration. So
Oh, it folds completely flat like that. Wow.
so it folds completely flat, and the seat back forms part of the deck.
Oh, that is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Something we don't see as often is this long tiller type.
Yes, the external rudder.
Yeah. I mean, that would probably what would be on the inside, and they've just taken and put it on the outside instead.
Correct.
It's beautiful though.
Yes.
That is solid.
Yes.
I know brass, brass covered, with chrome. Man, that is something else. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, and then we just got some more rope tie-offs here.
Correct.
And then, of course, your light up here.
Yes.
But, man. So would this have been like, It's just a cruise the lake kind of a boat. What was its purpose?
Yeah, a runabout style boat
Okay.
for boat rides
Okay.
around the Muskoka Lakes chain
Okay.
or to
Going to
the
visit your friends, whatever. The leisurely day out.
Gravenhurst, Ontario.
Right. Man, that is so beautiful. I love that dark wood. That is so beautiful. All right, well, let's head back up front.
Okay.
All right, well, Dave, another beautiful boat, another beautiful story behind it. Incredible what you do with those engines. I mean, it's just the whole restoration. Like I said, if you've got a classic boat and you want the top person in the United States, that's this guy right here.
Well,
that's my opinion, right? But I've seen his boats, and they are done to the nth degree, as original as possible.
Yeah,
So,
thanks. It's always a challenge, and I think the coolest part of my job is that I get to learn something new every day.
right, because I mean, wow, just they're very impressive. But thanks for preserving them and for the rest of us to enjoy, Dave.
Absolutely.
And thanks for sharing this one.
Great to see you.
Great to see you too, Dave.
All right.
Thanks for watching.